President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will be in Maryland this afternoon to unveil a new plan cutting prescription drug costs. The agreement negotiated with Medicare is expected to save seniors millions of dollars. 10 popular drugs are affected by this, including cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and blood clot medication, some of which are on your screen. Lowering prescription drug costs has been an issue for the Biden administration that they've been working on. And while this is not a campaign event, it is the first time the two are making a joint appearance since Harris became the Democratic presidential nominee. Let's bring in CBS News White House reporter Willie James Inman for more. So, Willie, what more do we know about this plan, and how will the average user of these medications actually feel this difference? How will they be impacted?
Hey there, Lindsay. Good to be with you. Well, fighting prescription drug prices and lowering them is something that the Biden administration has talked about time and time again. The president out on the campaign trail when he was a candidate, and now a candidate Harris talking about this as well. But this is a White House official event. This is the first time, as you mentioned, the two are going to share the stage since President Biden both dropped out of the race and since Kamala Harris became the presumptive Democratic nominee. But how this works is essentially that Medicare was able to negotiate prices for 10 prescription drugs, lower those prices for seniors. Some of those drugs, like Entresto, for instance, costing some $628, lowered to $295 with this negotiated price. And this is going to save taxpayers some $6 billion in the first year, White House officials say. Now, it's important to point out that this doesn't roll out until 2026, so there's a few more years on the timeline in terms of when these prices go into effect. But when people go to get these prescriptions, they're going to save $1.5 billion, officials say, in terms of those seniors when they go pick up those prescription drugs, because those prices are lower. And this is certainly something that the Biden administration and the Harris campaign can, of course, celebrate with these lower prices for prescription drugs, Lindsay.
You two follow-ups to that. So I believe you mentioned $600 a month to $200 a month. Was that for one particular drug, and is that per month or is that annual?
Yeah, so these prescription drug prices can oftentimes cost, they have a high cost, essentially. Like the example I gave you, that is essentially the price that these people will pay, perhaps, in terms of what we've seen. Some $628 for Entresto, $295, essentially that monthly price for those people when they go pick up that prescription drug. But listen, this is something that the White House has talked about time and time again, lowering those prices for seniors when they go pick up these drugs at the pharmacy. We know, of course, that this is certainly something that people deal with on a fixed income. A lot of these people are retired. They don't necessarily have lots of money to pay for these prescription drugs. They have other things that they have to pay for. So this is certainly something that the Biden administration is happy to talk about in terms of lowering those prices.
Now, that could be, we're talking a $400 a month savings, that could be quite a lot. I want to ask you a couple more follow-ups. Why will people not feel this until 2026? And because we're in an election year, we know this is an official White House event, but look, this is going to have implications on the trail. What could those be?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is an official White House event, but it certainly will have some effects on the campaign trail. In fact, Vice President Kamala Harris, she's been talking about her economic plan on the campaign trail a lot more. She talked about that in Vegas. I was there last week. She's going to talk about that tomorrow at an event as well. But this is certainly something that she can use. She can say that she'll build on this in her administration to continue to lower those prescription drug prices, lower those prices overall for American consumers. This is certainly something that she can continue to talk about on the campaign trail. But I'll point out that there's quite some time until this takes effect. But it's still one of those rare successes that the administration is pointing out. And officials were quick to point out on a phone call with reporters yesterday that Vice President Kamala Harris was extremely pivotal in getting this legislation, the Inflation Reduction Act, across the finish line, casting that tie-breaking vote in the Senate. So really just putting out there how important her role was in terms of getting these prices lowered for American consumers.
Willie James Inman, thank you.